Attention, everybody. The views
Testing,
and opinions
testing.
expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
Whoa.
Whoops. I started it early. My bad. Good morning. Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Steve.
Thank you.
And Troy.
And that's Troy.
Troy Johansson's in the house.
Woohoo!
Tanner was not here. I think he went
he's out
cheese
there.
roaster.
He's out in the coffee area.
In the
getting
coffee,
coffee.
area.
The coffee area.
Coffee.
You don't want that coffee up there.
I know
Is
it's
it too strong for you?
It's a man's coffee this morning, let me tell you. This ain't for wimps.
I think it's weak.
That's
reminds
because
me
I
of
took,
the Navy
I
on
took
the
the
ship.
heart.
You
It
took a
reminds
lot?
me of
I
ship
took the heart and
coffee.
split it between Steve and I.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Weak coffee.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you know what? It reminds me of the coffee that I got on the ship. Whoa.
Weak?
I love the stuff that it makes your tongue hairy. You know what I'm talking about? It's like,
Yeah, it's growing.
it is.
Feel it.
Well, you can.
Hi,
I
Tanner.
about said something that I said to my son the other day.
I don't. Should we say it?
No,
Potty
I'm not
mouth.
gonna say it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say it. No, I'll say it after the show.
I like
Right
your
back.
flashlight.
Oh,
It's just hanging there all ready to use.
yeah. It's
Wow.
We have those in the nursing
Oh,
field.
oh.
Troy, you need that.
We have those
Wake
in the
these
nursing
people up
field.
out
Would your
there.
lights going out and stuff?
Yeah.
power-
It helped to pay the bill yesterday.
Oh, I'm liking and sharing this on my Facebook.
You know
because
what?
people on Facebook.
Hey, you
wanna
better
know.
like and share this right now,
I'm
Jay.
liking and sharing it right
I'm li-
now.
I-
Oh, my name is Jay.
And
Oh,
my
good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And I'm Troy Boy.
Troy boy.
Hello.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
That would be
Flip the
Troy.
switch.
Wait for it.
Flipping
Oh,
the switch.
Come on.
I'm Tanner.
And
Good morning.
Tanner.
And
Good
Tanner.
morning, Tanner.
And when you're not talking, turn the switch off. Flip it back and forth.
Goes,
We got a peanut gallery. We got somebody in the peanut gallery today.
Peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery.
Yeah, I like eating peanuts whenever I go to a certain restaurant that's not a sponsor and I get.
Yeah, that microphone.
Insert
does-
name here.
Yeah, right. Insert name here.
What did he say a name?
I like.
No, he didn't.
I like eating them and crushing.
And crushing him. I know, right?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
exactly the spot.
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
exactly where you're.
Insert name here. Great, not a sponsor.
Yeah,
Didn't they close
they
that?
closed.
They
in
closed it
Branson.
in Branson.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
they're-
a new one there.
No, they closed.
No, they closed. Up there by our hotel we
Yep.
used to stay at.
Yeah, they
They closed it up. Buddy, I'll tell you what, that's
That's
sad.
a bummer too.
Can't go in there and crush peanuts anymore.
What did he say a name?
Was
I
that
like,
me?
he didn't.
I like.
I know.
I like eating them and crushing.
Wow, that's a bad laugh.
Yeah, his that microphone's bad. It's the battery's dead. Good morning, JB Cobb. Good morning, Steve Schultz, Cindy Flowers, Larry Milton,
Sandra Dorton.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to my watch party, Sandra Dorton.
Sandra Dorton's in the house.
Wow.
So I
she's
found
a,
this-
She's a new watcher apparently because she's my Facebook friend. But I'm glad you're watching, Sandra. Thank you.
Yes.
Continue to watch.
Cindy
Welcome to the
Flowers. What a
So
great
I would,
guest.
I
huh?
would think coffee would be the most the most
Coffee,
popular
coffee.
thing you sell out there.
Well, okay, so
No,
No?
not even close.
no,
No.
probably
fountain
tornadoes.
drinks.
Really?
Tornadoes,
Fountain drinks. No.
nachos, pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza and
Oh,
coffee.
yeah. I'll have the burritos.
Let me see if I was gonna pick the most popular.
Cigarettes.
Not really.
You can't eat
You,
those. I
you'd
mean, you
think
can.
you would think, but no. I think
Hey, my dad made me eat
Fountain
my way.
drinks,
If you found the
for
Called
cigarette
sure.
candy cigarettes.
candy.
it's number one.
Fountain
No, the
drinks
real
and
one.
energy drinks, probably.
Energy drinks is up there. Energy drinks.
Candy bars, bags,
Food.
of chips, food.
Krispy
'Cause
Kreme.
you guys
right?
got
Oh,
more.
yeah.
You
Oh,
guys got
Krispy
some
Kreme.
amazing food.
Right?
You know
You
that
walk
there's
in
a
the
don't
door,
have
there's
them.
Krispy
We
Kreme.
don't have them
All right,
now.
everybody's
We don't
talking
have
at
them.
once. All right.
I
Okay.
was just playing around. I'm going. Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah,
I
blah.
thought I was like all of a sudden there's like 5 people talking all at once, and we're mentioning names that we shouldn't be mentioning.
It is
I
such a
was
great
trying to
job
say
to
a
have.
certain-
I love my job.
Yeah. Well, you love working with people.
Cupcake Company.
You know what? Actually, it's weird because I'm more of an introvert.
Insert name here.
So I have to, like, if I'm left to my own devices, I will end up
What was it you used to call yourself?
Hiding.
A social blunder?
A social blunderer I am
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
You blend a lot of things together, huh?
I mean, I like people, and I like to talk to people, but like I'm not an outgoing person that would just spark up a conversation with a stranger. Now, we're in my job, I have a script. You know what I mean? They tell me they want people to have a personal experience when they come in, so
morning,
I
Uncle
try
Ray.
to, make a script where I can greet each person and get to know them just as little as I can in the short amount of time that I have, and holding up the line.
Pam Wining's in the house.
And
Who's that?
that helps me kick it off. It helps me get going. But
Only
when
got
there's no
shot now.
script or purpose to the meeting, so
Be
just
careful.
meeting a stranger and talking to them out of nowhere is not something I do. I wish I was better at that. I wish I was.
It's you got to learn how to break the ice,
Yeah.
which can be difficult at times. Man, my neck I am a redneck.
Uncle Ray said he loves the food portion of the show.
The
Food
food
is good.
portion. Well, and
I
it's
love
coming
food.
up here in a couple months. Comes up Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, I love
Good morning, Leanne Thoen. Thank you for joining.
Good morning, Leanne. Leon.
Leon and Pam.
Leon.
And Pam.
Not
Good morning,
Leon,
guys.
but
Oh,
Leon.
I don't see her.
Leon.
Good morning, Pam.
So, do they have their coffee?
Pam Whining.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Dr.
And I don't
Paul.
know
I
if
mean,
you guys-
Paul.
I've had coffee
Paul
this morning.
Court.
Yes.
Welcome to the party.
So, what
So-
kind of coffee do you like?
Strong.
Dark.
Dark.
I like dark
Dark,
roast coffees.
strong, and sweet.
That's black silk we've got out there.
I don't mind any coffee as long as it's
Watch it.
strong. I
Boys-
found a neat little pour-over coffee maker it's like a drip coffee maker, only it doesn't take power except to heat the water. And you pour it over into this little ball, glass ball, yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's good.
A glass ball?
Yeah, glass ball makes 2 cups of coffee.
Wow.
And the grounds are in the ball.
No, it's a pour-over, so it's like a filter. It's like a screen filter, coffee
Oh.
screen filter.
But it's a ball.
But it's made so that when you pour it over, and it's got lots of screen, so it doesn't clog. And when you pour the water over it, it goes down. So it's a ball with a cone shape, and it's a glass. So it's a glass shaped like this. And so
Okay.
you put the filter down
Okay.
into the wide mouth part,
Oh, okay.
Have you
okay,
seen it,
okay.
Tanner?
and it drips in.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm a coffee expert.
It
I know
makes
food
good
like you.
coffee. It really
Does it?
does. I like drip or pour over is my favorite
Everybody
way.
needs a glass coffee ball.
I like drip or pour over. It's
It's
the best way.
stronger. It's strong.
I like
and
to
it's
press.
You can taste the details and the details.
Good
I
morning,
like
Jana.
the press. I've done it so many times, and I just have always been kind of disappointed in it.
Thanks for watching my show
I-
yesterday, Jana.
I don't like grounds in my coffee, for one thing.
Cara McIntyre.
So
Ooh.
percolator and
Welcome to the party, Cara.
Percolators are
percolators and
those are old school.
but then you get a lot of
Definitely.
coffee grounds.
I remember
In your
hearing the
coffee.
percolating in the morning. My mom's coffee pot. You could hear the percolating.
I like to watch it.
I did too when I
It's
was a
pretty
kid.
cool.
Yeah.
Pretty perky.
I mean,
Yeah,
Is that where the phrase "perk up" comes from?
probably.
You know,
You're old enough, you know.
No, I remember the.
Tanner can't show himself right now, so sorry, Jana.
A lot of
That's
weird,
the
loud
electric
noises
one.
going.
That's the electric one. It's the percolator.
Is
You know,
it?
yeah, and it's the inside going heating up, and then when it goes, and then it goes, and then comes back down in the bucket.
Great
How does that go
sound
again?
I think I need a
comes down.
Q-tip after
Well, it goes, it goes up in the percolated top, okay, and then it goes, and then when it hits that, it goes
The glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little glass.
Yep.
the glass.
It goes into that little glass thing, and you can
Yes.
see it percolate.
The anatomy of a
knew-
percolator.
And then when you
on the
knew when
morning
it
drive
was
today.
done, because it go quit, working because the heat elements would be cooling down.
I thought we had a percolator going there for just a second.
And then my
I did
dad,
too.
the whole
Rather
house
than
would
a-
smell.
It's a troipulator.
Yeah, it's a sound, but it's a sound.
No, I
you
know
would
what you're
knew
talking
coffee
about.
would be on if you hear that
Wow.
sound going on.
I learned a trick
Or that
though.
smell.
Smell.
How about
A lot of
smell?
energy. A lot
Okay,
of
does
energy
your house
today.
smell like coffee in the morning?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
ours
what's the
does.
trick you learned, Jay?
Well, if
Especially
you
dark
don't have if you don't have any kind of filter or anything like that, and you're making like a campfire coffee where you just pour the coffee grounds in the water and you boil
They
it,
call that cowboy coffee.
cowboy coffee.
Yes.
Liquid
Well,
crack.
that.
We call it Indian coffee on
When
the
it's
reservation.
done, if you don't want the coffee grounds in, you take a coffee cup full of cold water, and you drizzle that around on the top, and that immediately makes the grounds sink, and you don't get grounds in your coffee that way.
Unless you, I guess you can, like, if you get the last cup, you can chew on the coffee grounds all day long.
Well, yeah.
That's just
yeah.
nasty.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah, and I don't like
Are you
coffee
sure?
grounds in my coffee.
I like chewing coffee. I just like coffee. No, not really.
You don't.
But
you-
coffee is delicious. And
They have coffee pouches like chewing tobacco.
You get enough of it in you,
Yeah.
and it'll wreak havoc in your digestive. I don't know
Oh,
if it's a
it does.
super. What is it called?
It's a diuretic.
Yeah, or
Like it thins your blood and your fecal matter.
it's like a
I do
super.
too, Uncle Ray.
I'm not seeing any of these coming.
What's that called? Roughage or whatever.
Fiber?
Fiber. Super fiber.
He's on my watch
Super fiber.
party.
I like
it?
that. Hey, I like the sound of that.
Super fiber?
Super fiber.
Super fiber.
I like a
carbonated
couple with
tepiados.
about a half. I like a couple.
If you
with
drink a
about-
lot of it, your blood will be
Yeah,
atrocious.
yeah,
What?
Supercalifragilistic.
Man, everybody's full of
Expialidocious.
weird energy today. It's like,
I like a cup with a half teaspoon of coffee and a heaping teaspoon of Swiss Miss. That was Uncle Ray.
Yeah. So I got a joke for you, Troy.
okay, let's hear it.
Did you hear about the guy that found the lamp, genie's lamp?
Morning, Steve.
No.
Well, he thought it was pretty cool, so he's polishing it up, and the genie comes out.
Okay.
Genie says, "You get one wish."
Uh-huh.
So he thinks for a minute, and he looks at the genie, and he says, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but I'm afraid of planes, and I'm afraid of boats. I want a highway to Hawaii. Genie looks at him and says, come on now, be reasonable. Pick something else.
Not enough room, Steve.
So he thinks for another minute, and he looks at the genie. He says, I always wanted to have a deep understanding of women. Genie looks at him and says, one lane or two.
I thought that was funny that it said, Volume 1 of Understanding Women has come out. And it's like a book, like literally like 2 or 3 feet
Volume
tall.
1.
Volume 1. Now, ladies, we love you.
Well, the
we
funny thing
do.
is you can switch the genders in that joke.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
I do it at work.
Yeah.
And it goes over well for both parties.
Yeah.
Goes over very well.
As long as it goes over very well.
I had a lady who just stone-faced that joke. And then as she's walking out the door, she busted up laughing.
That's
Probably
when it's
didn't get
funny.
it.
That's when it's
She
really
might not.
funny.
She was probably still thinking, wait a minute. Understanding men, one lane or two. That
Okay,
doesn't
so
make
I've got this. Okay, so I've got this thing that I say to drivers up at work whenever they say thank you. I say no, thank you, and they usually what's the response?
Thank you.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
you're welcome?
No. Thank you. And there's this one guy. He's always pretty serious, and just out of habit, he's like, "Thank you," and I'm like, "No, thank you," and he goes, "For what?"
Stumped.
How do you? You can't. I said, "You're not supposed to call me out on that kind of stuff. You're supposed to say no, thank you." He goes, "But like, for what?" Well, never mind.
For my having a job
have a
because
nice
you
day.
got here today.
Right, that's right. I express my appreciation for the drivers because I know that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have a job.
We serve a lot of great people at my
We
work.
wouldn't have
I've loved-
food.
People are amazing. And the work that they do, they don't realize a lot of times how important it is.
I lived in a family of truck drivers.
Who drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah, they did.
For what?
My dad did
Yeah.
every morning percolating. He drank that coffee and he was ready to go and he didn't
Brewed
stop until he
coffee
got back home.
versus frou-frou coffee. What's
Frou frou.
I'm thinking
My
about the
French
cold brew.
press. I love my French press. Well, I get the Amaretto Royal, and I put that in there, and I let it boil. You boil your water.
So you like
Put
the
it in
flavored
French-
Well,
coffee?
you don't really
Oh,
want to. If you want it
And I
to,
put it in my French press.
to
and
achieve
just-
the best results, you don't want it to actually reach boiling temperature. You want it
No,
at
no,
about
no.
140 to
That's
150
correct.
degrees.
Correct.
I like to put honey in mine.
Oh,
Well,
like
I'm always doing
what
it
the
wrong,
Vietnamese do. Yeah, put honey in there.
Well, I mean, usually you don't pay attention. Now, not you, but like even me.
Who's leaving these little things for me to fiddle with?
You just pulled that out of there.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
Can you move those down?
Why? You can fiddle with them.
She's
No.
she's probably
I'll
watching the
make
show
them.
right
This
now,
is
and
really
you can
nice.
tell her that Miss Belinda, we have to put these
There you go.
things
Merry
up.
Christmas.
Right, because I'll
can have
fiddle
that
with
pen.
them and I'll start tapping
I
on the
always wanted one.
microphone.
Don't leave toys
How
for
many
her.
people are
leave
going to be
toys
talking
for
to
me
me
to play
right
with.
now?
But my hands will be bleeding by the end of the show because I'm playing with the pen cap and
And Steve,
What-
don't let him Steve play with the
feeling
we
for
need
the
to
sharp
get-
edges. Oh,
So
he's going to
Rachel,
open
yeah.
it. You're a monster.
Remind me.
He should take it.
He'll play.
My hands will be blue.
Your hands will be blue.
Yeah, he took the pen cap off and was
Just
going to put it
squashing
back
a
over.
Smurf.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and, and,
Oh, he'll be
and
eating
if
it
that
here.
ink gets on your hand, it's like, ooh, it's all over my hand.
See, I knew you were up to something.
See, I'm it's a secret thing.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I will too. I'll end up with ink on my hands.
Hey, I like the new T-shirts. I like with the new logo on it. It's really nice to sit across there and see that. I
actually
bet
can
they're for
see me
sale,
now.
and if probably help with a little donation of some sort, maybe
Yeah.
to get one.
They really did.
Jim,
As
if
a
we're gonna put
sponsor.
the ATN up anywhere, we're gonna have to drill some holes or nail in some nails and hang them up on the wall. I had put them
Everybody
there
else is
so that
drilling
it was
around
there,
here.
and it's kind of center of the actual picture.
What's frou frou?
Frou frou is like flavored coffees.
Oh, yeah, I don't like
what I
the
just
little-
said, and then I put it in my French press.
But
and-
yeah, I haven't
and
had a
then-
chance to do that yet because I'm working 12-hour shifts right now. To wait till I'm off work before we figure that out. But I wanted it there so people can see. I can actually remove
Is
them
the
all
pinky
together if you like.
What are we
but,
mashing together?
Oh no, I was letting Jim know about the
Draw
ATN and why it's on the floor instead of hanging up on the wall. Because we.
I like it.
Oh, this stuff you just download it.
It's
and
also
send it out.
center screen.
Yeah, that's
It's
why.
right in the center.
I know that's why I put it there.
I like it.
I
Um,
don't see it.
I think it's
The
genius.
thing is not turned around.
well, no,
But
Talk about
that's-
product placement.
it is. You know, it's the center. You know,
Because really, ATN is the product we have.
yeah.
It's our product.
If you're wondering what I was doing here, I am trying to find something that, because we've been on a roll today as far as like,
The goofiness.
well, I mean everybody talking at once. So I was,
Yeah.
I was gonna do something.
I was just mumbling, being funny. I had nothing to say.
I'm trying. There's,
Wait, what's frou frou? What?
You
Um,
just caught that? No.
I want to try the cold brew. See if I can get that.
I think the word
perfected.
is called.
they have
foo-foo.
that nitrous. That nitrous. Here we go. Let's see
You
if
just
this-
put the coffee in the water and let it sit overnight or something.
Coffee's
I guess,
done.
Isn't it?
That's
Cookies are done. I mean,
You just put the coffee in the water, put it in the fridge, and let it sit overnight. And in
Cookies
the
and
morning, you
coffee.
microwave it.
There
really.
you go.
I'm guessing. I'm going to try it.
A cold brew?
Maybe it's good that way.
Most
Well, they
cold
have this
brews-
nitrogen brew stuff that you can use. It's got like a little like a nitrogen cartridge you put on it, and it like forces the coffee through with nitrogen or whatever. It's weird.
Hey, I'm going to try it tonight.
So
Not the nitrogen thing.
why not?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know where to
Hey,
get
you
nitrogen.
know.
Where do you get
You
nitrogen?
didn't hear that on Axe Media.
Cool. What did we not hear? Nitrogen?
You go. I'm going to
Nitro.
try the nitrogen tonight.
Oh, right.
Stay tuned.
Not-
News
not
at
the
7.
find out what
We'll
we
find
do.
out.
I'm sure there's
He's gonna
some
try
kind of
the cold brew.
marijuana named nitrogen.
You know what?
They got all these
We'll
different
find out
names
what
for
you're
'em.
looking like and acting like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, that's one of my new shows I want to do is these people coming out of dispensaries.
Right. Yeah.
And I got a-
going in.
No, and his friend, I got a friend who sells food. They got permission to have a booth now in Oklahoma, right outside the dispensary in Pryor. And she says, "I'm making a killing, Troy. I need help."
Really? She's
Yes.
hiring.
Oh, they're hiring people right there at these booths right outside the dispensaries. They've got
Wow.
permission to start selling right outside
Food.
of food.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're
it's a
talking
great
about
idea.
like
It's a great idea.
girls that
Oh,
sell
my.
cookies.
And coffee.
Coffee.
Cookies and coffee.
Yeah, cookies.
What a
and
great
coffee.
mix.
I mean, well, guess what they put in the cookies?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, hello.
Well, no,
Steve.
they
No,
don't.
no.
They don't put weed in the cookies outside.
No,
That's
Right.
illegal.
that's illegal.
Wow.
But they
People
have
buy it and bake
they have
with it.
girls. There's a girl who she's with the Girl Scouts, and she set up her booth outside
yes,
and sold
outside and sold
like $27,000 worth of cookies out there or
Yep.
something
That
like
is
that.
not a
Wow.
surprise to me.
No.
So-
Actually made
Nope.
the news.
I've
He's right.
smoked a lot of that in my lifetime.
Oh lordy.
And boy, I'll tell you,
That's
Wish it
illegal.
was legal.
I ate a lot of stuff.
but-
You know, I mean, I would eat,
Okay, there's
I would
two
eat
wishes
horrible
legal.
stuff. I would eat horrible
That's-
stuff when I was high, but you give me some cookies, forget it.
Coffee
Um,
and yeah.
Steve Schultz is right. We just need to get some Chinese hand finger cuffs for everybody
Yeah,
out here.
and then we wouldn't even be able to talk.
Right, Steve.
I think that's a good idea.
It'd be like
People
be
like-
like a muffle. It'd be like what muzzles.
Morning, Scott.
What? I can't talk. My fingers are locked together.
I tell you, you'd be like,
We're really going to be mumbling tomorrow. All that nitrogen and coffee. man.
Nitrogen.
Hi-
Say yes to nitrogen.
We'll really be.
They call it nitro
We'll really be
brew.
high on the Lord
Nitro brew?
tomorrow.
yeah. And there's like a special
Oh,
little.
that's right.
like a dilly-dillio that you put up on the, like it screws in and then it
So
forces
nitrogen
it.
and nitrous aren't the same.
Nitro. I don't know.
It has a different element into it.
I mean, nitrogen and
We're Navy boys, we can't tell 'em how to break it
nitrous
down.
oxide are two different things. You don't want to
Two
use
different
NOS.
elements.
You don't
Brew
want
your coffee.
to
So
brew
how
your
are you?
coffee.
You all
You'd
right,
be
Troy?
drinking whippets.
You'd be
You know?
Doing okay?
All of a sudden, you're seeing little elephants running around all over the place here.
They both have
blowing
nitrogen,
their
though.
trunk. I mean, blowing their
Blowing
horn.
a horn.
I'm pretty
In
positive.
science.
Okay. All right.
Do-
I can't believe I am saying this, but we've all got to calm down a little bit.
What?
Just
Calm
to-
down from
just a
where?
bit. Just-
Like what level? How many pegs do you want us to go
I
down?
only had 3 sips
Well, we
of
have
coffee.
we have 4 people all talking
coffee.
really loud and fast and stuff all the entire time. Nobody's going to be able to understand us. So, coffee. That, you know, we're living up to the title of the show. That's for
Yes,
darn
we
sure.
Yeah,
we
good
are
point.
really.
There it went right back on.
And then
Good
they-
morning, Craig Hubbard.
Even in the crowd, they're on the coffee
And
this
the
morning. so
peanut
they're-
gallery has something to say
I've
over
had
there.
one thing to say this
Oh.
entire time, probably for the past 10 minutes.
Edgewise.
Let
And
me
that
just-
is
Can I interject here really quick?
Sure.
He reminds me of President Trump.
This is so coffee. Yes, I'm a coffee expert.
You got to speak into that microphone.
I'm a, like this.
Yes.
Is that
There
better?
you go.
there you go.
Okay, so I'm a coffee expert. I just want to let you all know that I'm such a coffee expert. I went over
And
to
he's so
somebody's-
humble.
I went over to somebody's house one time. No, I surprised myself. I went over to somebody's house one time. I smelled the coffee that they gave me, and I told them exactly what kind it was.
I used to do that with whiskey.
I
This
can
is
do that
the
with-
kind of coffee that you get from
You
a
can
bean.
tell that, yeah.
How
This is
smart
the-
you
it comes
are.
from-
No, but I mean, like, there's Colombian Sumatra. There's the French roast. There's Ethiopian. There's all sorts.
Jamaican.
And
Yeah, man.
I didn't know, but somehow I've gained the skill to be able to smell a coffee and get a pretty good guess at what it is.
What kind was it?
That time, it was a mix, but I could tell them that there was a French roast and Colombian in it before they even told me what it was.
Wow. I remember.
Wow, you got a good nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the taste helped
could
me
probably
too.
be a-
So I smelt it, and then I gave a
curse
guess, and then
sometimes.
I tasted it, and I just solidified. Anyways, that's
So-
just what I wanted
Yep.
to say.
So-
I love coffee.
When you were
love
growing
coffee,
up, what
too.
was your first filter on your coffee?
What was my first filter? I don't remember.
Would you use
First
pantyhose?
filter.
Grandma's pantyhose.
Yeah.
What?
Grandma,
Oh, that's what you're-
Grandpa would use Grandma's pantyhose
What?
That's true.
as coffee filter.
It's true.
They
I
were
have heard
clean,
of that.
I hope.
They were clean.
Like,
Yeah.
grab them out of the
No,
laundry
Grab 'em out of the
hamper.
closet.
but that's what they.
Just make sure that they didn't
Like a
use them
tea
on their
bag.
legs
Did you
before
put
they used
Parmesan
the filter.
cheese in this
go,
coffee?
what pantyhose? Well,
Oh,
long time ago.
Here it goes.
No.
4 people talking at once. That's why I need to get the ding, 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 ding. Like the,
It's hard to do.
I thought we were all supposed to get our own.
you know,
You said coffee, coffee, coffee.
Yes.
Now,
See
let's
what
put
you started.
Let's
It's
put
definitely-
4 women up here with coffee, coffee, coffee.
Yes,
Yeah,
hugging
see
and
what they-
handshakes I miss, by the way, Cindy.
darling,
Oh, yeah.
Jay.
But with the masks now, so social distancing, it has helped in that we used to have some really rude customers who would get right up, and they usually what they were trying to do is steal people's information. So that stuff really stands out now.
yeah.
When you see somebody standing right next to somebody, you're like, what are you doing? But you know, with the and then the masks I think has been such a great thing because people are looking each other in the eyes more.
You
And-
can see
and they
people
are.
smiling, their eyes.
People who would normally be eyes down all the time and never look you in the eye now are kind of looking up and like, you know, because they've got to get some contact where it wasn't necessary before. Now it is.
I do want to mention right now, real quick, before there's a couple things I want to mention. Number one, Randy Barr is not here today.
No,
He is
he's-
having issues
Yes.
with, hands
Exactly.
going numb and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
and
he's-
not
he
sleeping.
wasn't-
Does he have a guest today?
No.
No,
oh,
he
asked me
wasn't-
to stay and go on for him.
Yeah, I mean, if
So I
you
need
want,
a guest.
if you want to do that, you can. It's up to you.
He did ask about you
Yeah,
last
he
night.
sent me a message.
Yeah, he thinks he has the
I
wrong
responded.
number, and
He
'Cause
does.
said, I've been trying to get a hold of Jay.
He does
and
have the
Matt."
wrong number.
does he?
Yeah, he didn't. He's got somebody else's number because it's not even close to mine.
Because
Well,
he said
it's
I've been
funny.
trying to get a hold of both of you, and I still can't seem to get them outside.
I texted him back. I was like, "Well, Jason's not up right now because he sent me a message at like 3:30 in the morning, something like that."
I was up at 4.
Yeah, well, I told him you weren't up yet.
No, I wasn't.
But yeah, he will not be here today. So either A, you'll go on, or B, we'll pull from the archives and one of the classic episodes. And then after that, we do have Dr. Steve Albrecht will be on with Crime Time
Crime time.
from 10 to 11.
Crime time.
Crime time.
Second of all, today's show is proudly sponsored by. Let me find it here. Let me find it.
I forgot the address yesterday on my show. I was like, Matt, do you have the address?
1940. Oh, it's Ozark Mountain Craft Mall. I about gave you the address before I said the name. Ozark Mountain Craft Mall. They made this tumbler for me for my birthday.
Which is a getter.
It's a getter with my name on it. So let me do this. All right. So
It's a guitar. It's a guitar cup.
It's a guitar cup.
See, this is the one side right here. See that? Oh,
That's
yeah.
the one side.
At the one side
It's
right
one
here.
of the two sides.
And then you turn it around and look. It says Matt.
Circles have lots of sides.
They do. They're like all sided.
I haven't seen it. I don't see it.
Not yet. You will. You will. Give it a second. But yeah, this
They don't
is
have sides, actually. They have hemispheres. Right?
no. They have, no hemisphere is a half. That's for a globe, like a. It's a circular cube.
Ooh.
A circular cube.
Nice
All right.
cup.
Well, good description there, Matt. We got that.
You know,
So go for your circular cube
it's a
at
three-dimensional
Ozark
circle.
Mountain
There are
Craft Mall. And they will
quarters, though.
turn it into a coffee mug.
Yeah.
It's
Got
heavy,
coffee
too.
mugs.
Yeah, it's a stainless steel tumbler.
Nice.
I don't know what brand the tumbler is.
So
but
what's on the outside there? Is
I
that
don't
steel
know,
too?
but she works
No.
hard on those.
he said he saw her glaze it, so she
Yeah.
probably puts the wrap on it and then puts a glaze over it.
Yeah, because I
It's
saw her
very
putting,
cool.
watching her putting it together, and not that particular one, but she's putting a clear glaze or something over it, paint putting
Which
on
makes
with
it
a brush.
unique. It looks very unique.
Yeah,
in
and
its
she's got
shape
some
and
really
It matches my acoustic guitar almost.
It does almost. Ozark Mountain Craft Mall,
Ozark Mountain Craft Mall.
Branson, Missouri.
32,
Branson, Missouri.
There's actually 32 booths, and I just ordered my honey sticks.
Now, is there a John Wilkes booth there?
No,
No?
John's not there. John's not there right now, but
John Wick Booth, get it?
yeah,
Of course,
yeah,
I've
I
had
know.
to confess, I've been hugging and shaking hands all along.
Well, we're family.
Right.
We can
I
chug
wasn't
and
usually
shake
going around
hands
just hugging
when we
people
want.
anyway.
Huh?
I don't just go around hugging people though.
No, you don't just go out and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Jay."
You know, we don't do that in our culture. It's sometimes when we do meet somebody, we have a.
By culture, you mean Native American
Yes,
culture?
as Native American culture, we don't do that. And my wife noticed that when we went to a couple powwows. She goes,
You
"You
clasp
people-"
wrists?
No, she would go, "You guys are rude. You don't even say hi." No, we just give a signal or just say hey. We don't do that. We just I'm just trying to say something in our culture. There are people that don't do that. Now look at the.
How do you greet each other or start a conversation? Engage in a conversation. And know that you're talking to each other.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
I
what
don't
I
know,
wasn't gonna
but I
say-
didn't, man.
Do you really?
Anyway,
You like
but
five-
you do communicate. But you know what?
And Five goes west. He goes, "How
How?
do you do?"
How do you do?
Do you?
But anyway, no, it's called a talking stick, and we'll get into that. And we're going to be talking about these things on our next show on their Sacred Ways.
Talking stick.
Yeah, we're going to bring some children in from the.
So do you
community.
hand it to them?
No, they're the ones with the talking stick, and the one with the stick has the floor. Has the,
What if I
we used
really
to do
wanna
that with, like,
talk?
bears.
Do I take it from
and-
no.
Is that called interrupting?
Yes.
them? That would be interrupting. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, we're going to.
It's pretty obvious
Yes.
you're
Good morning,
interrupting
Jody Meyer.
Yes. So.
Oh,
Tanner.
Jody. Oh, good morning, Jody.
Jody Tanner is in our peanut gallery today, so he
Are you
is
talking
here.
about? Oh, that's Jaden's
Tanner.
mom.
Yeah,
figment
yeah.
of
Hey,
your
we want her on our
imagination.
show too.
What'd you
soon.
say, Tanner?
I'm a figment of everybody's imagination.
Is that
I'm not
called
really
interrupt-
here,
It's
but I
because
am
all
here.
that Whippet coffee we've been drinking.
I tried nitromethane in my
See you
race
later,
car,
Steve
melted the spark
Schultz.
plugs.
What now?
Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
I
Uncle
tried
Ray had a
nitro.
race car.
I tried I tried nitromethane in my race car and melted the spark plugs.
Sounds like
Nitromethane.
a song. And then I drank
So
it.
what do you do? Like
Him and Uncle Everett had a race car.
pour some 190 proof alcohol and
drank
pass
it.
gas into
Yeah.
the tank, and that's
Oh, and there you go, and blew it up.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, Stacy.
Pour some cold brew
Stacy
in there.
Wedeking?
some
Yeah.
cold brew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it reminds me, do you guys watch a movie last night called Going South? I laughed my head off.
No,
Yeah, it was about coffee.
Was it
Put
on
your head's
TV?
back on.
No,
Was it on?
it was about coffee.
Even though this guy made coffee and you know, he carried it with him, but it was in a glass mason jar, and the Jason jar fell out the wagon and blew up. It wasn't coffee, of course, but it's, you know.
TNT.
Yeah. It was funny. It's called Going South. It's hilarious. It's a funny, it was a funny movie anyway. It's a funny Western.
Oh,
They don't make them like that anymore, guys.
No, they don't.
my favorite Western
serious.
was Tombstone.
Oh, that's what we got to do, a
Everybody's-
show on Westerns.
Right?
Fistful of dollars.
Everybody loves it.
Mine, yeah.
Django
Mine was The
was pretty
Cowboys
good.
by John Wayne.
Django?
The Django.
No, the D is silent.
The
He
Django.
specifically says that.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not Django. What is
He's
it?
like Django. The D is
Django.
silent.
Yeah.
It's Jamie Foxx that says that.
Yeah.
That is a pretty
Graphic.
vulgar and graphic movie. So I would not recommend
No,
that
for
for
children.
families.
No.
on, a,
Or grandpa.
on a scale from 1
Any-
to 10,
any of
negative
Quentin-
5.
Yeah.
Any of Quentin Tarantino's movies are inappropriate for
Graphic,
people to
yeah.
watch. They're very graphic, very. I mean, he's a weird guy.
He is.
really is a
He's
weird
got
guy.
a weird
I'm
imagination.
talking about the old ones, Zane, Zane Vane or whatever, the old cowboy shows, and the old ones.
Dale Evans and Roy
well,
Rogers.
no, the Death
Roger
Valley Days.
Wilco.
Death
Roger.
Valley Days with
Over and out.
Ronald Reagan.
10-4.
Chuck Wagon, or not Chuck Wagon.
Chuck Wagon.
But,
Wagons East. Right,
Ho.
that was John Candy's last movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember that.
F Troop.
Oh yeah, Larry Storch. He was my guy, man.
The Sackets.
Yeah.
That's a long movie. That's like a 5-hour long
Wagon
movie.
Trail.
So did you guys grow up drinking coffee? Did your parents
Yeah.
drink coffee with you?
Oh yeah, but see, I used
We
to
had
drink
iced coffee.
coffee flavored sugar water is what I used to drink.
My nephew
We gotta talk
did.
to
You
your
know,
dad.
for him
Which is
being
good.
so small, my dad kept on saying, "Dave, you're gonna stunt your growth," and he ended up being at like 5'5", but he was like at 4'9" and or 4'7", and you're
Sackets?
just gonna stunt your
That's
growth. You better
long.
be careful. But he always got up every morning with my mom and dad when he'd spend the night and have coffee with my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Who would?
My nephew, he's gone now. He's the one that passed away a couple years ago.
Oh, sorry
And
to hear that.
yeah, he was a coffee drinker. He still was, so
My third grade teacher used to give me coffee because I was always out of Ritalin because my biological mother used to take it all.
Oh, yes.
So she would give me coffee and a
Yeah.
spoonful of peanut butter. I felt like I was on top of the world back
Oh,
there.
Wow.
my parents did the same thing. That my dad would make coffee at night, put it in these thermoses, and I would get up at night and drink the coffee. And get up, and of course, that's one of those lies I got.
well,
spanked
when I was young enough, my mom and dad
For
or
my
my
Ritalin,
mom
for
would
my
make me a
ADHD.
Swiss Miss, the hot chocolate,
Uh-huh.
and well, here's your coffee.
Yeah.
And I go, this is sweet coffee. Can I have more coffee?
That reminds me of this video. This mom, all right, so she had the can of like the chocolate, the cocoa powder, and her little boy, he's probably like 5 or 6, probably 5, maybe 4. Anyways, he was young, and he did not believe her. He wanted to try the chocolate, and and she said that is not like the sweet chocolate you're used to. That doesn't taste good. And he was throwing a fit. So she turned on her old camera phone and explained it, and then set it in front of him with the spoon in it. And he took out this big old tablespoon of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder.
Horrible.
And he's like, he felt like he was getting ready to taste something good. And then he put the spoon in his mouth and took it out, and he just paused. And he goes, but what's really funny is when he realized that it did not taste good, he's like, all you see is these little puffs of cocoa powder coming out of his mouth.
He ain't swallowing that.
But they were
That'll
little puffs
bitter
at
your
first.
stomach,
Like it was
too.
like,
I tried it when I was a kid. I found it in Mom's cupboard, and it was Hershey's. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you see the candy bars, and you see this
Oh, yeah.
can, and you're like, hey, cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, not so cool. Makes good hot chocolate if you do it right. Though.
Yeah, you add
Mix it with
just a
some
ton
milk.
of sugar, milk,
Yep.
vanilla.
Yep.
He did that to my aunts too. Dave would say, Aunt Sadie, can I have a cup of coffee? And
Cook it on the stovetop. You heat up the milk.
Actually, doesn't take a lot of sugar. You just sugar it until to taste.
Yeah.
And,
And with me, that was like,
That's what's good about stuff like that, though, is you can actually make it exactly the way you want it.
yeah.
You know, you don't have to have chocolate that's too sweet or too bitter. You can
You can
add
have it
the
just right.
stuff.
Baby bear,
Yep. A little bit of.
just right.
You can make
Yep.
it with milk and cream, or
The
you
Baby
can
Bear
make it
coffee.
with water and
Heavy
cream.
cream.
or-
Heavy
great.
cream is a really. Oh, that's some
Baby
really
bear
thick,
coffee.
rich stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know,
What a
Mama
name.
Bear, Papa Bear, Baby
Yeah.
Bear.
Yeah,
Baby
that,
The Baby
you
Bear
got
had-
it. You got it. Just
Well,
right.
you were looking at me
Just
like,
right.
Well, he looked at me and he goes,
I'm thinking, yeah, I
Yeah,
could build
oh.
a commercial with that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Now they.
Oh, we're
Mama
back.
Bear,
We need to do
Baby
a cooking
Bear,
show. We
Just
still
right,
haven't done that.
Just right. Come on.
Well, we did a couple episodes.
yeah, we did do a couple episodes.
I remember the day I was up at the stage at CBC and Rod Kettleman. We'd do that all day long. We'd come up with our own jingles at when I was going to college. You know, it's like so cool. Had fun all day long. I miss him.
Matt gave you the sideways look. You've perfected that look, by the way.
What, the
That's the look I
sidelong-
used to give you all
The
the time.
sidelong look.
Yeah,
What did
I used to give you that look all the time. Now
This
you're
is a
giving it to me.
sidelong glance.
Look at you all growing
we had
up.
time.
I know. No, but that's. I was just explaining what a sidelong glance was. It's like this. Like, let's say you were to say something.
Oh,
It's a little
I've
more
seen
direct.
that look
though. It's
before.
more-
yeah, me too.
It depends on how serious it'd be. Like,
It's an eye contact.
Like mother would like.
sidelong.
when that contact, when that eye gets like that, and they look at you, it's like, oh man,
You
I'm-
can
I'm in
actually
trouble.
already be looking at them, and
Yeah.
has
you get
anybody
this, but-
ate chocolate that was really X-Lax?
ooh, no.
So you know what that is? You know what
no,
X-Lax is?
no.
It's basically
But
sugar-free
it's-
chocolate.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, that's the basic. Okay, if I'm feeling a little backed up, I'll eat sugar-free candy or sugar-free chocolate, or
And bam.
Get some plumber.
There's
Do
a new
not-
commercial. If you
you
feel
eat-
backed up,
You eat about
Open the
5
gate.
pieces of sugar-free candy, and your stomach's gonna start rumbling.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way when I was I was on a phone. I was in a call center, working in a call center, and I didn't want to just sit there and eat sugared candy all day. So I bought a couple of bags of sugar-free cinnamon discs and
Oh,
sugar-free
no.
assorted fruit, right? And I was just sitting there steady eating them, and I got almost a whole bag worth down, right? I'm on the phone, and people like 2 or 3 booths down from me heard my stomach rumbling.
Whoa.
I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden you hear,
At that point, you know things aren't going to go well.
and I was like, okay, that's great. Is there anything else I can do to help you today? Thank you so much for calling. And then I log out and run to the restroom.
Well, guess
gotta go.
what? You don't want to do what I'm about to tell you, and do not try this at home. I'm telling you,
Well-
young people, you'll be in trouble. X-Lax in a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew.
Oh, wow. Don't do
Okay,
that.
first of all, a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew has like
yeah.
3 cups of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you put X-Lax
So if you don't
in
want
it,
your teeth for very long,
that's what I was at a camp up north in Michigan.
did you
and
just say X-Lax
yes,
and Mountain Dew?
yes,
First of all, chocolate and Mountain Dew are a bad combination.
yes. But this was they
Why?
actually dropped it in
Did
the
it-
Mountain Dew because they were getting back at somebody for
Is it-
keeping them awake all night.
Chocolate's great. Mountain Dew is okay. But Mountain Dew after you eat chocolate, for some reason chocolate changes your taste buds for a bit.
Well, I don't know what I forgot exactly how it went, but they kept them up all night, and so they thought, well, hey, this is pretty cool. Hey, Steve, you know what? We just dropped X-Lax in the guy's Mountain Dew, and so they're
Somebody
chugging this
made
Mountain-
some X-Lax brownies to put them in the teacher's lounge when I was in high school.
and they're
Really?
drinking this Mountain Dew, and
Oh,
all of a
no.
sudden they
That was
went
a
into
bad
the
idea.
morning worship service,
Bad idea.
and so there was a lineup real quick at the bathroom.
Whoa.
War Wagon, Stacy Wedeking says. War Wagon. is
War
it.
wagon.
I've not seen that. I've not heard of that.
War wagon, that's a very good one. And
Oh.
they come through where they come through the creek, and a bunch of us are sitting on top of the side of the hill, and the guys come up there, they take the top off those war wagons, and It's cool how they work.
Oh, the
Yeah.
like the
sound
Gatling gun.
Well, yeah, well, the last wagon does have a Gatling gun in it.
It's
but
the fat.
I think they're-
Good morning, Jennifer Davidson.
something against yeah, Sioux
Stephanie
Nation.
Brown. She's on this morning.
But the
How you
Sioux-
feeling,
Sioux
Steph?
Nation
Orale,
won that.
Stephanie.
Sioux Nation won that battle.
Stephanie, I really hope that things are going well and you need to grow your hair back.
Here comes the peanut gallery.
So, I remember the first time I had coffee.
Oh no.
This is whenever I was little kid.
We
I
got
was
some
like,
funny
you
story
know,
to tell you about him.
I really want to try some of that because I would see my grandma get up early and drink coffee, and so she would pour a little in a cup and she would put mostly water in it to water it down, and I had no sugar. I just drank it, and as I got older, I just drank more.
You need to develop a.
strong coffee, and I just drank it black.
So whenever he would come over, when Jay and I lived together over on Fort, Tanner would drink a cup of our coffee, which is always strong, like kind of like the coffee you have today.
Stronger than that.
And then he'd be sitting there, and in his mind, he would be saying, "Well, no, coffee doesn't make me hyper." But when in all actuality, what he said was, "No, coffee's not making me hyper at all.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything to me." And we're like,
And you can't even go on like he was.
No,
He was,
it was-
so. And everything he was saying was. Like,
"No, I'm just really full of energy." No, well,
every
coffee.
and then
Tanner.
everything he was talking about was like controversial,
No.
like opinionated.
Coffee calms
like,
me down, he said.
Yeah, coffee.
We're
calms
like,
me.
no, it does not.
I don't much. I don't. That doesn't happen to me much more.
No, it's not.
No,
not the way
because
it
you're
is.
growing up now.
I don't know why. Maybe it's that. Maybe
Body
it's that we
chemistry
just
changes during
compensate
puberty,
for
I
energy.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's finally past that stage where, coffee calms you down, or it certainly doesn't hype you up like that anymore, right?
This coffee
Well,
doesn't-
no, but I will say that if I drink coffee at nighttime, and it's too late, then I will have a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, for me, it's a toss up. It depends, and I don't know what necessarily on. Sometimes I have to drink a cup of coffee to go to sleep, and I drink
Coffee
a cup.
cuppy.
It depends on how much coffee I've had that day and what how long it's been since my last cup. But sometimes I have to have a cup to go to sleep, and sometimes a cup will keep me up. And
Depends on the coffee flavor, maybe, or the strong coffee or weak coffee, whether it keeps you up or.
I don't
Knocks you
know.
out.
I always make the coffee the same strength, really strong. But I've been drinking less coffee lately, altogether.
We have our squirrels back on the wall.
Oh,
today.
we did.
Yeah,
They're talking today.
yeah.
It was cool.
Have you seen what they do?
Yesterday, going, I go, what?
At least it's not drilling.
Yeah, I know. Dut, dut, dut. And then the other day I was grinding while you were on that show. Oh, man. It was so weird. And you could hear it. When I went home, I watched your show. You're grinding.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely hear it.
Yeah.
You can definitely hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
And on your show, we tried concentrating, and it was like,
You say, I can't.
Forget it.
I was.
I almost wanted to be like, okay, well, we'll try this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
It really was.
Really.
You know.
And we apologize. Yeah.
So I need to find a
So it has
classic
nothing to do with
archived-
us. We have no
video for-
Is
way
it coming
of
up? Are we
stopping
we're
that.
getting close to the
4
end of the show
minutes.
already.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got knocking on the wall. Knock three times on the wall.
side of the wall.
One of those days.
Hey, yeah.
You know, we
They're
need
trying to talk
we
to
need,
us.
You and I need to interview this guy during the Man to Man, and just get the download on how it was like to be raised by this
Thought
guy.
you were talking.
And,
Oh, I see
yeah.
what you're talking
Oh,
And
yeah.
well, but look, he's
the
still
stories that we
listen.
could get.
But no, the fatherhood about and what it's to see a real dad and see him grow from where he was. Because I've never hid anything from my father, from my daughter. She knows what I did, what I've done. I haven't hid anything from her. So but she still loves me now. Sounds like somebody's trying to light a fire underneath our butt. I mean, but
Or
I think what
taking
they're
a
doing,
fire hose
they're-
to us.
The fire hose.
Sounds
or
like they're
something.
rinsing something off out
Sounds
there.
like they're washing the building probably, and washing the work.
Yeah,
they've
because
been
they just regrouted and
regrouted the whole side of that building.
sealed up some of it.
And that's what it is. They're
terrible.
spraying off all the stuff that they collected on the
Yeah,
when they were drilling. I bet you that's what they're doing.
yeah, because they got it all
But you were
taped
talking
off
about
it.
never
Sounds like a
keeping
bad
anything
water
from your
leak.
family, your children.
The water's gonna come busting through the wall.
I always explained as much about something to my children. So when a topic would come up, so a child's behaving in a way that a topic comes up that's not necessarily a topic for children,
Good morning,
but
Belinda.
they brought it in because they're behaving a certain way. To explain as much to them as possible that they understand. And when they start to not really understand, that's when you've said enough, and then you know where the line is of their understanding, and you start to explain back. You know, you backpedal to what their understanding, what their comprehension is, and focus on giving them some understanding so they have the insight, so that when they do it again, they start to think about what you told them, and then they start to see that align with why you told them. You know, and
Right.
they start to say, hey, you know, and of course kids are going to try it anyway. But then if you've explained to them as much as they can understand, and they're equipped with that knowledge, and they start to do it again, they start to see the same outcomes, and they start to understand the why of the outcome, you know. And it helps. It does help. It helps for them to trust you, too.
Yeah, Jeremiah 7:29 is what Stephanie said we need to read.
Which one?
Jeremiah
Jeremiah.
7:29. She's like, Jeremiah 7:29, guys.
Is it about coffee?
I have no idea.
Strong drink?
It's about the first foreign car known to man.
Not
They
sure.
were all in the upper room in one accord.
Oh man, here it comes. This is only Tuesday.
I'm sorry. I'm looking to see what we're going to be playing.
We need to really pray for Randy Barr. He's going through some
Yeah.
tough situations.
Yeah.
I mean, we both are, but you know, we try to lift up each other. And last night I told Gail and him we're praying for, because he's about ready to go through some tough treatments.
Yeah. So yeah, we're
Jeremiah.
praying for him because, you know, I saw him. He was on last week and he was doing pretty good, but he was on his way to the doctor and he'd been having trouble.
Yeah, it's almost he's afraid of not being able to drive again.
Mm. And that's, you know, you got to think maybe that's probably best sometimes.
Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah 7:29.
All right, so we're gonna do. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull some off of the old off the.
Interjection.
So
All right, so
there might be a little delay in the starting of the next show, but
not much. If we get off now, we will be able to get it done
yeah,
quickly.
we're about out of time anyway, right?
Yeah, we are out. We are out of time. In fact, completely out of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this up. And
Well, we'll look at
turn
that
on.
stuff, you know, Jeremiah 7:29, and we'll get back to that tomorrow maybe.
Interjection.
So
All right, so
there might be a little
sorry.
delay in the starting of the next show.
I'm glad you told us that twice. All right, so I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for a classic episode of I'm Not Sure Yet. Also, followed by Crime Time with Dr. Steve Albrecht. Always super, super interesting. So then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And Troy Boy.
Antenna.
and this has been The
Morning Drive.